Kia ora class. Today we're going to be talking about the societal influence of advertising and its effects on yourself and others in physical activity. Our learning intention for today is that we are examining the societal influence of advertising on physical activity and describing the implications of this influence for ourselves and other people. So what is advertising? We're going to start out with the definition. Advertising is the activity or profession of producing information for promoting the sale of commercial products and services. A little bit wordy, but let's break it down. Like media, where media was about sending information, this is an even more specific type of media, I guess, and that this information is all about getting you to buy stuff, buy a product, buy a service, engage with that company and make them money. That's also from businessdictionary.com. Essentially, advertising are the messages and information companies send us with the intention of making us want to buy their products. Clever advertisers often hide their ads within the other content of media. So they take their stuff and they put it in around your everyday media. For example, product placement in TVs and movies, or if we're talking about physical activity, you often see there's a sports drink conveniently placed by an athlete when they're giving a press conference, when they're answering questions. There'll be a sports drink there. They'll have their sponsored cap on with the brand clearly at the front. Behind them, the backdrop will just have all these logos of all the companies who are saying, yeah, we want to be associated with this big event, or we want to be associated with this big personality in sport. So those are the ways that companies are advertising to us. How and why does advertising affect people? Advertising could have a positive or negative effect, like many of our influences. When exploring this influence, we can ask ourselves the following. What is being advertised? What is actually being sold here? Who is advertising this? And who are they advertising it to? When and why are they choosing to advertise like this, in this specific way? There has to be a reason. What are the implied, indirect, or hidden messages within this advertisement? So not buy this product, but what are the other underlying assumptions and underlying messages that are included in that bit of information? And how do these messages change our participation and the participation of others? That's the big question. How is participation different because of these aspects of advertising? The consequences and implications of advertising. How do these advertisements make you feel, and how will they make others feel? That could be a consequence. What if I can't meet the ideals portrayed in this advertisement? What if I will never look like that or be as good as that? Do I actually need this product or service in order to participate? Does it matter if I don't have the best racket in the world, 9000 X Pro version? How might this change the way I participate or who I participate with from seeing this advertisement? Who is making this advertisement, and what is their motivation? Are they honestly just trying to sell their product, or are there some little grey areas in what they're trying to do? So we're going to look at some specific examples now, and these examples are all from the health and fitness industry, and you'll see why in a moment that I've used those inverted commas. We're going to go through these next few slides together. All right, the first advertisement I have for you here reads, "Friends don't let friends get cankles. Refer your friend and receive a $25 Gold's gift card when they join." The website at the bottom there, www.saynotocankles.com. Now this is for an organization called Gold's Gym, trying to push memberships. Really interesting, this particular advertisement. A lot going on. Obviously they're trying to sell you a membership, but what are the implied messages here? Are they really that positive? Probably not. Next one. This is probably an advertisement that we're pretty accustomed to seeing. This could read, "Welcome to Les Mills. Welcome to Hut City Gym." It could be any sort of gym or organization wanting to promote exercise and exercise classes. And we know these people, these generic model-looking people with incredibly well-sculpted bodies. They've obviously done a lot of work to get there, and I guess they're trying to sell their product using this image, using this ideal body image, and going, yeah, look, our product is right next to that body. How does that make you feel? So some things to talk about there. This one, really, really interesting. So it has a silhouette of, or a caricature, I should say. It's definitely not a real person. It's a cartoon caricature of a really, really obese person. Okay, and inside that silhouette is obviously quite a lean, skinny, athletic person, trying to get out of the inside of this obese person. Wow, lots we could talk about there. Yeah, lots of different messages being conveyed there about body and how we should look and how we should feel. This one, great one, magazine cover, Women's Health, looks promising. Their top story here is great butt, sculpt a high, tight tush in record time. Women's Health magazine, great butt. I don't know how important a great butt is to overall health, but this advertisement seems to be saying it's pretty important to have a great butt. Here's a good one. Villa Olympia. Be independent, it says, as it depicts a woman with her arms sort of transplanted with some convenient camera angles there, with a man's arms, obviously some bigger, more masculine arms. And she looks like she must have had some trouble with that olive jar. She's gone and she's used this company's products and services, and now she's got really, really strong arms like a man so that she can open that olive jar by herself. Villa Olympia, be independent. Cool. All right, so after seeing some of those advertisements, hopefully you've already started forming some ideas and starting to really critique what messages are actually being shown to us there, and the activities we have following. You'll get to pick up on some of those in a little bit more detail. I'm going to sort of wrap this up by linking some of these ideas to our wider themes. Okay, some themes that would be really good to talk about could be commodification. Commodification is all about turning things and objects into things that can be bought and sold. Okay, so it's essentially making money from things that otherwise haven't been bought and sold before. No one's really gone, yeah, that'd be easy to buy and sell. It's taking an idea and going, I can make money off this by selling something, by selling it in a particular way, or turning it into something that can be sold, that you can exchange with me for money. Sexism, comparing and contrasting the different messages about men and women, or the messages directed to men or women. And there was a particularly interesting magazine cover that we just looked at, Women's Health. Would you see articles like the one we pointed out in a Men's Health magazine? And lastly, the body. This is probably the biggest one we could talk about today. How is the body represented in these advertisements? How do advertisers treat the body when they show it to people? And yeah, I guess what are they using it for? How are they showing it? Is it real, or is it quite artificial? And as always, you could talk about healthism, globalization, or youth culture if you so desired. It brings us to the end of today. That was our examination of the societal influence of advertisements.